your wickedness, you have broken the ancient commandments and crafted a bond with one of the light. Our laws are clear. They demand you be eternally imprisoned. As for the impure child, she must be kept from the path of the dark arts forever.
Bayonetta.
Hello, this is Graham from Megavisions Magazine and SegaNerds.com, and today we are going to be looking at Bayonetta on PC. In case you don't know, Sega actually dropped the game yesterday, which is the 11th of April 2017, and yeah, it's pretty exciting for a lot of PC fans and Bayonetta fans because the game came out about 7 years ago or so on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and it never came to PC. So it's kind of exciting to actually see Sega bringing some of these old console games to PC. They released Valkyria Chronicles last year or the year before, I can't remember now. But yeah, so it's pretty exciting. Better late than never, I'd say. The new... They haven't really updated much of the game as far as I'm aware, except for they have given the option of 4K resolution. So if you have a 4K display, you can optimize it for that, which is pretty cool. I unfortunately don't have 4K. I've only got a HD. But I'm kind of lucky my graphics card does allow me to have it at its optimum resolution and settings, other than 4K. And in case you don't know, you can use keyboard and mouse, or you can use a controller. So Sega do actually say it's better to use it with controller because that's what the original game was designed for. So I'm using my Xbox 360 controller. But as we go through, I'll have a look at both control styles. Yeah, and I did actually download the game yesterday and I had a little bit of a play on it. So I'm actually going to start not from the very beginning, because the first little bit of the game is mostly tutorial. And if I'm honest, it's kind of boring to watch, kind of boring to play as well if you've played the game already. It's nice to go back into the game, but at the same time, yeah, you kind of, it's most tutorials, no one really likes them. So let's start from here. So this is actually starting at chapter 2. I've unlocked the Gates of Hell, which is basically a place you can go to buy upgrades, new moves, unlock sort of costumes and stuff. Yeah. One thing I've noticed, you might have just seen it then, is that the loading time is actually brilliant, I think. Very impressive. They seem to take like 1 or 2 seconds, whereas on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, they took sometimes a minute or so, and you could run around in the loading screens. It's kind of the fun thing to do, kind of like in Assassin's Creed and stuff, but it's kind of quite cool to see how quickly it actually loads now. I'm actually also going to skip all the cutscenes, so if you want to still see the cutscenes and stuff, I would recommend just going on YouTube or whatever. They are available on there. So yeah, I just want to sort of get into the game, I guess, sort of show more of the gameplay. So control-wise, I own the game on the Xbox 360, and it's identical because I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, so there's no difference there really. I will admit I'm not very good at the game. I'm sort of still getting used to it even after playing a bit yesterday. So this is quite a cool sort of kind of like a mini boss battle in the game, fighting Jean, we're basically running on the walls and the roof of this room. Which is a bit disorientating at times, but pretty cool. So now back on the floor. She seems to be able to deflect my bullet attacks, which is a bit annoying. So you do have to get in quite close. It was actually kind of like a past sort of memory I was just actually fighting in. That's why my clothes and costume are a bit different. That happens throughout the game. If you don't know, you sort of, it's almost like Bayonetta's recovering old memories that she's lost as she plays through. And the sort of the glowing around my legs sort of indicates when I can sort of run up walls and stuff. Something to do with when the moon's shining or something. And these are some angels that are attacking. As we don't know, you actually fight angels. You are a witch. So it's kind of a mixture, flipping the old good versus evil upside down. Technically you are evil, but you're kind of good. Whoa. I'm not getting my dodging down at all. So yeah, if you do dodge just in time, you do actually get the sort of slow motion, which allows you to do a bit more damage on enemies. And even the game's like 7 years old, and the graphics, like, obviously the graphics aren't as good as like a lot of modern games. I think they've held up pretty well. You know, they're pretty decent. They look pretty much comparable to the sort of PlayStation and Xbox versions. It's been so long since I actually played them that I can't exactly remember quite how good they are. There is one thing I will say. It does. I don't know if it's my memory, but the visuals seem a little bit more washed out than the original Xbox version. Like, the game's not like meant to be a super colourful game or anything, but I remember some of the colours popping a bit more on the Xbox version. You know, just sort of sticking out a bit more, like the reds and stuff. Like on this, for example, I vaguely remember like the reds and things being a little bit more vivid. Other than that, I can't really see any real difference. I also have absolutely no idea where I'm going right now. Oh, that's the problem with playing games after a long time. Yeah, so because the moon got hidden, I basically meant I couldn't run on the wall anymore. Which just happened to be in the nick of time, because it's exactly where I wanted to go. Oh, you've got these pickups as well. There's quite a few things to sort of do in the game. Like these little books, those weird birds that are covered in red. Some of them are hidden, some of them are sort of in your path. Why can't I seem to open this one? There we go. Oh. Okay, I think I know what you need to do. God damn it. So I need to activate. Typical. Basically, I need to activate the slow motion thing and go through it then, I think. But you do that by activating these. There's a little countdown. You then tell it to fire bolts lightning at you. You dodge the lightning. That activates the sort of slowdown, and I've got to get the right move. I'm not very good at putting off the moves though. Oh, there we go. I'm through. Oh my god. Well, that's pretty cool. Actually, didn't know you could do that. I don't remember that in the original game. I'm sure it is, but... Oh yeah. Skipping the cutscenes. So you can pick up enemy weapons. Some of them are a bit annoying. The one I just picked up, it's quite powerful, but you can't actually move with it. When you're swinging it, you can't move it with it, which is kind of frustrating. Ooh. Damn it, go. So it's pretty cool. It's like a bow. It's like kind of like two swords, but they sort of turn into a bow when you press one of the attacks. But when you're doing it again, when you're doing the attack, you can't actually move. I'm not doing very well on this bit though. Jesus. Need to dodge more. So those torture attacks you sort of put off, they are kind of like finishing moves basically. And a bit of fun. Ooh. This guy is actually a boss, well, it's like a mini boss early on in the game. The big guy, the big fella. See, there is a mark on his back, which is clearly his weak point, as with all games. Oh god. So yeah, the game holds up pretty well, I think. I'm going to quickly switch to keyboard controls, which I believe I can literally just... Yeah, okay, I can just adopt them basically, so you don't even need to change anything. Although I think... I need to double check my mouse. Okay, my mouse sensitivity is in max. I actually have a trackball with my computer, So it's not a normal mouse, and it's not very good for this kind of game. It's actually pretty good for FPS games, but I mean, I think a normal mouse is actually just better in general, but this is what I've got at the moment. So yeah, with a trackball, it's actually kind of slow to move the controls. You sort of... Ooh, my Xbox controller is still there, great, this is pretty interesting. Oh crap, this is probably the worst time to have terrible controls. Yep, dead. Okay, let's try that again. I'm still using the keyboard controls. So, you know, W, S, A and D as we move around. You've got jump, which is spacebar. Evade is shift. Use left click and right click for your main attacks. Ooh, so unlocked an achievement, that's nice. So yeah, if you haven't played Bayonetta before, it's one of those games that basically anyone can pick up and play it, because you can actually get by button mashing like I do most of the time, but if you really want to master it and understand all the skills, learn all the moves and stuff, it actually becomes like something else. Like I've seen some really impressive people playing this game who just sort of know how to play it really. I kind of do it just because I find it fun. It's kind of fun just like mashing stuff. You know, doing a bit of button mashing occasionally, a bit cathartic, and the storyline's really good as well. It's a bit different. I can't say it's the greatest storyline ever, but it is really fun. So it's definitely worth a play, even just for the story, if you want to stick it into like easy mode or whatever. And there's lots of stuff to like see and do and unlock. So the keyboard controls aren't too bad really. I will argue, well, I won't argue, but I think Sega's right in saying that the controller, like if you have like an Xbox or like a PlayStation controller for your PC, then definitely I'd rather use those. But it seems pretty smooth with the keyboard. I can imagine some mice getting broken though playing this kind of game. It's always fun picking up an enemy and throwing them around. Yeah, the mouse movements are just, with my trackball, just that little bit too slow. So I'm trying to use the camera. Like the main fighting controls are with the keyboard and the mouse clicks, which is completely fine. So you can actually fight quite well. Just if you're trying to spin the camera around to see enemies are coming at you. That guy's back again. Ooh. I'm actually going to switch back to controller. Okay, then that's two of them. One of them is almost dead. Just got one recovered. So it's times like this where the gameplay does get a bit frantic and a bit crazy. So I'm just going to move out of the way with that. Try to pick up his weapon, which you can do. There we go. I managed to shrink it. Oh, damn it, he grabbed me just as I was trying to pick it up. That's weird. So some of the Angel's weapons are actually super powerful, which is really cool. And this is like another finishing move. I think this is a Gigaton move, so it's for bosses and stuff when you come to fight them. You get more points depending on how well you do with Gigaton. You have to keep mashing X or sometimes B to get extra points and stuff. And the points throughout the game sort of basically you can translate into sort of money almost, so you can buy upgrades and stuff with them. It's kind of weird because you're in this sort of world where you're sort of running around and you do get to explore, but it's not like a full-on RPG. You can't really talk to anyone. So yeah, this red thing is actually the gates to hell, so you can actually go in there and let's have a quick look at what's on offer.
Well, an Angelic Hymns Gold LP. Got your hands on something awfully rare, haven't you? That thing is the perfect bait to coax out some of hell's uglies. One note hits their ears, and a damn who's who of Inferno comes pouring out of the inner circles. Then I can use them to breathe life into what I make best. Weapons of mass destruction. Tell you what, you give me that record and I'll order up something so fiendish, angels will cry at the sight of it. I'll just have to pop down to the tropics for a bit. So take a load off.
It's weird. One thing about this game is a bit weird. They have 3 different types of cutscenes.
All done. He's a little rude, but
so like this one here, which is fully animated, but I don't know if you noticed the mouths don't move, and there's kind of like basic animation. You also get ones which are like still images, like there's voiceover on them that show still images of stuff. And then you actually get full motion ones where they're actually talking and stuff. And you can actually see everything. It's just kind of weird how they've chosen to have 3 different types.
You got another Angelic LP, huh? Hand it over then. I'm in a good mood, so I'll take care of it right away.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip this. Cool. So I don't have enough sort of points or rings to actually get that. I think they're halos, not rings. I always think rings because of Sonic. So I tend to prefer to go for the techniques. So what's this one? Yeah, let's buy that. So yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff to unlock in this. I think when I played the first game originally, I didn't really actually unlock that much. You've got loads of costumes and stuff to unlock, and all sorts. So this is a quick torture attack, which pretty much just kills them off straight away. It's quite annoying that they can attack you as you're picking up a weapon, which, well, it's fine, but at the same time you can't really defend yourself when you're doing that. So yeah, quite often in the game you'll come to like these areas where basically you get blocked in basically. Have to kill the angels, and once you defeat everyone in the area, then you can move on. Which it's kind of like it's a standard sort of gameplay that's been done for years. I don't hugely like it in most games, but it kind of works in this, I guess. Okay, yeah, so I need to kind of do what I did earlier. So I've got to run back here. Okay, cool. Do not know how to... There we go. Oh, that was close. Wow, the timing just ran out just as I got to the end. Whew. Dave. Whoa. Maybe I should have seen that cutscene. So the cutscene's actually pretty cool, but I am skipping them just to save time, really. And that's the cool thing about this game. Like, some of the enemies are absolutely massive. Like they fill up the entire screen. Some of them, like, I remember there's a couple that you actually get to run up their arms and stuff. 'Cause they're so big. I think I just died. Brilliant. Whee! Yeah, I'm not very good at this game. I will continue. Yeah, I'm actually going to watch the cutscene this time.
Who's there?
Oh, yeah, you see these like humans and stuff walking around who are kind of like in a sort of weird purgatory sort of thing.
You've played enough hide and seek, my scurrying little friend. Just a child? What are you doing running around Vigrid? You're certainly not dressed in your Sunday best.
So yeah, I'm just actually sorting out some items and weapons. So I forgot you could do that. So let's give that a go. So I'm currently using my katana. It's like my... Actually, sorry. Just going to change my second... I forgot there's a secondary weapon loadout. Add my shotguns to that one. Oh, okay. You get to see... Oh no! I'm always terrible at dodging this guy. Like I just got a healing thing, but I didn't have many of them, so I can only make a basic one. It's kind of cool. I don't know if you noticed the arena's actually still falling apart as I go along. The more damage you sort of do, the more the arena sort of falls apart.
What a day!
Okay, so yeah, that's the end of chapter 2. I was pretty rubbish at it, as you can tell. Oh yeah, at the end of each section you get this kind of bonus game, which I absolutely suck at. Yep, rubbish. Cool, so that is basically, that's a very quick look at Bayonetta on PC. As you can see, it's very similar to the Xbox and PlayStation originals, well, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 originals. The visuals look great. I can't tell if they're actually any better or not than the original game. It's been so long since I've really played them. I should probably go back and actually have a look at them. it kind of looks a bit dated compared to a lot of brand new games obviously out there, like on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and brand new PC games, but that's to be expected. The game is about 7 years old, so you can't really expect completely brand new updated visuals. Control wise and stuff, it's fantastic. Very smooth game. I've not noticed any slowdown or anything at the moment, any drops in frame rate. Everything seems to be there. It works really great with the Xbox 360 controller, so I'm really happy they included that, because mouse and keyboard control seem to be okay. As I say, I've got a trackball, and controlling the camera with the trackball is a bit iffy. It's not great, but great stuff. So I'd highly recommend playing the game. It's only £14.99 right now. I'm not sure what the American or European conversion is to that, but it's not too expensive. It's well worth it. The game is brilliant fun if you've never played it. And also it's great to show support for Sega in these PC releases, because it means they're going to bring out more PC games. They've actually said that. They said if the support is there for PC, they will look to bringing more games to the PC. So they've done that with Valkyria Chronicles and other games out there. So it's great to see even more coming across. Be sure to get the game before April the 25th. If you do, you actually get some additional bonus content for free, which is fantastic. After April 25th, you're not going to be able to get it. You can still get the game, but you can't get the additional bonus content, so better get in there early. Be sure to check out SegaNerds.com for all your Sega news and reviews, and also check out Megavisions magazine, which is a new digital interactive magazine for tablets and phones, covering all Sega and Atlas games, new and old, so retro, modern. We've also got some great features exclusive to the magazine, so check us out. And thanks for watching. Cheers.